Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm walking to the store right quick. Gotta get some. It's quite essential. Guess we're gonna have to endure this loud ass engine roar in Denver traffic. on the way over there. But since I will be walking quite a way to get there now I am across the street from a store because I need to get some dental floss. But the last time, and this is what happens when, I swear to God, bro. The fact that I can't find regular size dental floss, because the dental floss that I got from there, that shit had to have been for a Neanderthal's teeth. And I guess my teeth just ain't that big. So, in order to get the dental floss that I need, that's somewhat human size, I'm gonna have to walk all the way over to this Dollar Tree. So in the meanwhile, I thought I would address the actions that conspired a few days ago. Hence that short, because this is the follow-up of that short that I made on Really Colorado Ninja, Is This What We Doing? Now, granted, I've lived in Colorado for 8 years now, right? And some of the shit that I have seen since I've been out here, I used to think it was directed towards me, specifically, like personally type shit. I guess y'all gonna have to forgive the background noise. It is Colorado. Like these, I swear. Speaking of background noise, shit like this. I tell you, man, these Coloradans have main character syndrome. God, I get sick of those rats every time I walk around here. Not to mention the fucking cars. But yeah, let me stay on focus. So what happened to my because I was telling you about, I was taking it a little personally, but then I started looking more into Colorado's history and its approach towards black people and all the stories that I heard. Because that narrative, and I'll tell you something, that so-called narrative about black folks being criminals, it gets defeated when you realize the percentage of black people who live in Colorado, which is barely 10%. Stats alone would tell us this. But what happened to my landlord's vehicles? It's once again a reflection of just how this city is. Because it's a little past 2, so yeah, folks picking up kids from school and shit. So distracting. But it didn't take me a long time to figure out that I'm in a state and city full of numbskulls. And not only am I in a state and city full of numbskulls, I'm in a jealous ass city too, because it's already known. Denver is already known for being a city that's like number 2 in auto theft. My nigga, how about number 2 in damn auto theft? How about number 2 in auto vandalism as well? Because what happened to my landlord's vehicles? It kind of reminds me about what happened to me. Even though I do own a vehicle, it's not in commission yet. But as far as because lately I've been looking at these videos, more black people are coming out confronting Latino, the anti-blackness within the Latin community. And I'll tell you, I can't speak for Texas, I can speak for Memphis, but Latinos out here are some real bugaboo ass niggas. They are such a pain in the ass. And it's not like, it's not like you can go somewhere to get away from these fuckers. And so you're surrounded by these fucks. And anywhere and everywhere you go, they always seem to want to reject that anti. And we finally realize and see where it's coming from. Because honestly, at this point, I don't know whether to blame Colorado, blame La Latinidad, or all the above. But it's stupid shit that happened to my with my landlord's vehicles. With this little maniac, this little Satan smashing them out. Because about a month or so, he had already done this, and we were hoping that he would do something like this because this dude was a complete pain in the ass. He was staying with us. He was basically living up with his mom. It was some real sick son husband, mama's boy type shit. A 22-year-old, and yes, like I said, I'm gonna clock that Colorado T. Oh yes, I will. So for all this hype about us black folk in Colorado, where, like I said, we barely make up 10%. But it's white folks running all over the place, and it's Latinos running all over the place. Where's the smoke for them? When this is the type of fuck shit that they're on. Because let's face it, y'all, this isn't conservative. Massachusetts. No, we're practically in the fucking sticks. It's like I said, it's really just another Tennessee of the West, where they are just as redneck. But let me tell y'all, it takes me back to when about 2 years ago. No, I take it back. No, it was last year, as a matter of fact. Not 2 years ago. It was last year that I went to buy some steaks from Sam's Club So needless to say, I'm a Sam's Club member. And you know that, and I think I told y'all about this too. I think I've mentioned this before, where I get to face my own rendition of anti-black Latinidad from that checker who's supposed to check on your products to make sure you didn't steal anything, I guess. And she just pulled my shit out of the bag that I had it in, and didn't have the goddamn decency to put it back. Now, I made her put it back. I'm like, you gonna put my steaks back? Fuck you think you just gonna throw my steaks out and then tell me to fuck out? And mind you, she's the service. She work. I'm like, you work for me. Cause that whole rendition of customer service out here is so it's so selective. Like the most professionalism in customer service that I might have seen since I've been out here was probably a few days ago when I went to Home Depot. That's why I would tell anybody, just for the sake of avoiding trying to figure out these weirdos in Colorado, to stay away from this place, because they are like, you're not gonna get it right. Because the only way, in fact, the only kind of way you're gonna get it right, you just gonna have to slap the shit out of one of these motherfuckers. Because whether you're the customer or whether you're the server, it's going to be a misunderstanding regardless. But the fact that these fuckers, because you know, I'm subscribed to Red Supreme, I'm subscribed to The Spot. And you know, folks like them will probably tell me that, you know, it ain't so much a Colorado thing, it's a Latino thing. And I genuinely believe that these fuckers are just jealous of us. Genuinely jealous of us. I mean, look at them. They swagger jackers. And then when they see, you know, all this hype about whatever happened to, oh, I never did you harm. Whatever happened to that? But when you see the black man, when you see the black man walking out of Sam's Club with a gang of steaks, oh, surely he must have stolen it. How many times have we seen, you know, how many stories have we seen black men being accused of stealing something in a supermarket full of Latinos, despite the fact that he's got all the evidence to prove that he didn't steal it, you know, like a receipt. These motherfuckers are genuinely triggered by our success. So how does this dickhead react to, how does he react to the success of my landlord and my landlord's son? He smashes out their windows. Now, when he smashed out my landlord's son's van windows, I think that was finally the straw that broke the camel's back, because he was already doing the most. And for some odd reason, we were telling him that, no, this dude gotta go. He's doing too much. He's doing way too much. So when he finally did that, I think that's what, I guess you can say that was the straw that broke the camel's back. I guess you can say that. I'm gonna go this way because it's so typical. Like I said, everybody out here, yeah, they all team players and all in the way. So and that's another thing too that I would say. Even if I was on some criminal shit, how would I be able to do some criminal shit when there's people literally everywhere? Criminal shit is done in discretion. You can't be on some criminal shit, on some low-key type shit. And there's fuckers all over the place. Fuck. don't say that because I'm frustrated because I can't do no criminal shit. I'm just frustrated at the fact that I'm in a city full of main character syndrome having motherfuckers. But anyway, so with that said, this cat doesn't live here anymore. By the grace of God, we're like, finally, got this motherfucker up out of here. Because, they took it to the courts and, but part of his, because like I said, this Colorado kangaroo court, I don't understand that shit. I really don't. Because I don't know if those were the conditions of his, I guess, of him being out. Because, anywhere else, especially down south, they would have just slapped the cuffs on him. But, I mean, in a place like this, especially with their own, and that's what I said, like they say, the devil looks out for his own, Colorado looks out for their own. You practically have to kill somebody out here for them to keep lock your ass up. Or I would even say not, because it's like, it's law enforcement here in Colorado is just, it is such, it makes no fucking sense, because some people get slaps on the wrist for assaulting others get 5 years. Like, it's all over the place. With that said, any motherfucker coming at me on that bullshit, you getting fucked up. Because I guess, like I said, y'all just gonna have to make us into criminals. Because they won't leave us alone, constantly up here fucking with us and shit. So I'm like, okay, so I guess we just gonna have to be criminals by default. But until then, we're gonna enjoy the fruits of our labor, which is what I know I've been doing. I know they've been doing. And they're triggered by that. Our success, our fruits of our labor, literally triggers these folks. The locals. Because my landlords from Texas, I guess you could say California too, and her husband's from Kansas. But every time we deal with the locals, the born and raised, the grassroots of this silly ass state, we always run into this shit. It's always them popping willies on Hobby Lobby's property after hours. This is, I'm telling y'all people, this is what these fucking people do. They don't want us expats, us out-of-towners, quote-unquote, invading Colorado like we're doing something to Colorado, like we're trashing it, like we're destroying it. And my response to that is, no, we're not. But you are. You're trashing it. You're trashing it. You're destroying it. You're vandalizing property. You're ODing off of these opioids. That's your shit, Colorado. This is what you do. And y'all do some of the most. And when you see, and when you are privy to the success of, be it the black man, the black woman, because my landlord is black, whether it's owning a car or having a car. Because, the reason why this even happened is because, it's just my landlord's forgiving nature to let this dude not necessarily come back to live, but come back to do like his community service. That's why I was talking about the judge. He had to do community service. I'm like, he could have done that anywhere. But she brought him back to do community service at his church to, I guess, as terms of his conditions that were established by the judge, because I can't even say release. Because like I said, I don't know what the fuck is going on in that courthouse. And he does this. Because he does this when he gets drunk. He's one of those people who upon getting drunk, not only is violent, but destructive. He's one of those drunks. So why she would bring his ass back to even do his little so-called community service, I don't know. And I almost low-key feel like we owe his so-called roommates, because he was banished to live with some roommates at some apartment, and I'm pretty sure they kicked his ass the fuck out. I low-key feel like we owe them niggas an apology. For sending that demon to him, acting like he wasn't going to do what he was going to do. Because when he gets drunk, this is what he does. It starts off him talking about being a pimp, being this, being that. Knowing damn well he ain't got a pot to piss in or one to throw it out. I mean, just a real loser. And this is reflective of every single Colorado, every single native Colorado that I've run across, reflects this. And as a black man from the South, who since at least the 8th grade has striven for black excellence, I'm here to tell you, Coloradans, y'all ain't those folks. Y'all are just a bunch of guppies and rednecks. And junkies, for that matter. And and on top of that, you have the unmitigated gall to be racist. That's what trips me out. Because racism without, what's the word I'm looking for? Is it panache? Is it panache, excuse me. Is it panache? Is it class? Is it racism without that upper echelon status, if you will? It's just redneck shit. Nigga, I might as well be in Appalachia some motherfucking where. With a bunch of inbreds being called the N-word or whatever else. I might as well be down in Timbuktu, Mississippi or Virginia, or West Virginia, being told I don't belong here. I'm like, yeah, no shit, genius. It's redneck shit. And the crazy thing is, Colorado isn't the only place where it's like this. Because I remember one woman, and it was a white woman, and I believe she was from my city, came out to some city in Washington, maybe Seattle, and she said the white folks out there are weird as fuck. And probably just as nosy, probably just as anti-black, as well as destructive, self-destructive. But here's what I got to say about that, as far as their origins, because one thing that I've noticed about people is that they don't like to talk about, they don't like to explain. It kind of, for some odd reason, it reminds me of that saying, you know, a tiger don't change its, a tiger don't change its stripes. Really, it's more so a tiger don't explain why it is the way it is. So I'll explain it. And this is coming from a southerner himself. A lot of these white folks out here are pretty much the descendants of the Rebs, the Confederates, who I'm willing to say were banished here. Now, I understand they were given property and farmland and all that out here in the West. But the point is that you fucks lost your southern roots. Through and through. I mean, you might as well be those Brazilians who once lived in Louisiana but moved down to Brazil and now speak Portuguese. Folks have no ties to the South, the very region from whence many of y'all come. So I bring my southern black ass out here making the bill and getting ready to make the grade, and this is what I see. A bunch of destructive, how shall we describe you? Bunch of destructive drunks and junkies, mind you, and self-hating coons, self-depleting coons, who don't want us out-of-towners. I mean, why not? Are we out competing you in our looks? Is that the problem? Coming from you, Colorado? I guess we'll never know. I'm finally at my destination. Yeah, I didn't mean for this to be this long, but it goes back to what I said. Anytime, like, all this anti-expat, much less anti-black expat hostility that they exhibit out here, but in a town where, like I said, whose population is 10% black, who's doing the most damage out here? Is it the out-of-towners, or is it the locals? I submit to you, it's the locals doing this property damage. Look at, which takes me back. I'm too far away from it, but do y'all remember that apartment? There was an apartment complex in Glendale, and I'm in Glendale right now, that got torched. Who did that? A local did that. That's what I'm saying. They're destructive. Oh, I'm not going to take away from the fact that Coloradans are dangerous. Oh yeah, they're hella dangerous, but they're cartoonishly dangerous. They'll vandalize some shit or arson some shit to prove that they're gangster. City full of dregs, man. I'm like, this is what I escaped. It was, for me, it was either an impoverished city full of real gangbangers and murderers, where you couldn't get a job. You couldn't get a job out there. If you had a master's degree in every branch of engineering. It was either that or a city full of junkies. A city full of degenerates who are more tolerant of their homeless population than they are of you. Because they kind of switched up when a nigga started putting on some muscle. Oh, they didn't like that, did they? You know, they claim to be this fit city, but you start putting on some muscle as a black man, because everything is subjective out here. In other words, it's all perfectly fine, perfectly normal, and perfectly okay until a black man does it. But strangely enough, I went from homeless, being accused of being homeless, you know, is what I'm trying to say. I ain't been homeless. I'm just saying, when I was of a lower weight, I was accused of being homeless, but I started putting on some muscle, and once again, it's a problem. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all are haters and weirdos, and it's just my luck to. And I'm like, well, shit. But I'm from the trenches, bro. We gonna, if I gotta get it out the mud in a city full of weird ass Dr. Seuss ass niggas who can't stay in their lane and mind their motherfucking business and can't seem to appreciate but just want to hate, hey, I guess that's where we just gonna have to get it from. It is what it is. You can tell, not that you can tell them that, which I'm like, well, fuck them. Fuck these Colorado niggas. Don't tell us to go back to where we came from, and but you over here wrecking your own, I mean, literally wrecking your own shit. Wrecking somebody else's shit. It don't make no goddamn sense. Well, surely y'all heard of it. Surely y'all heard that that song "Try That in a Small Town." Well, I may not be in a small town, but I'm from a small town. Because when I get out there and, you know, get my car up and squared away and running, I dare you, I want you motherfuckers to try me. I wish you motherfuckers would. Because that's the only way we're gonna settle this, man. Y'all, cause trying to be peaceful, trying to be out the way, like, no. So, and like I said, this is what they do. Like, they are so triggered by our success. As much as they have the pinche mayate in their mouth, they always following us around like Lakitu off of Super Mario Brothers. Like like what they say, a monitoring spirit, a pocket watching spirit too, at that. In our success, the things that we have, is so triggering to them that if all else fails, because, you know, back east, what they do is they go out of their way to undermine us. So I'm glad to say, take it from me, that, you know, this whole black and brown coalition thing, or so-called, bro, it's transactional at best. and it's on site at worst. And you ain't gotta take my word for it. Ask the Afro Latinos, but the Latinos of Colorado, like nah. I bet even to a Latino, because I've met Latinos from Los Angeles, and what they have to say about these Colorado motherfuckers, bro. You know, the far and few Latinos I've met that are actually cool, that ain't on that bullshit. Because there are a few, and what they have to say about these weird ass Colorado niggas defecating on themselves. Like, yeah, just doing the most. But when I hate on the out of towner, and they can probably tell that you're an out of towner just off your looks. You don't look like a scruffy ass, dusty ass, like just a scruffy ass, dusty ass fuck nigga. Because they do. They look all kinds of fucked up. And like I said, do all in the drugs, in addition to y'all's fucked up genetics, the drugs ain't helping, my G. It really ain't. That fentanyl shit that y'all on, that shit is not helping y'all in the least. The fact that it takes a yokel from the South to tell y'all that, it speaks volumes to the nature of the yokels of the West. But I'm getting mines, man. I've been getting mine. Like it or not. Like, yep, that right there, it just reiterates everything that I said. So now that I've shown y'all, like I said, based off that short that I made, you can see now, like I have visual now, like, so you can't say that I'm just up here rambling and ranting because it's some big butt Latina that I wanted and she shot me down. No. We got evidence now. Seeing that it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. Because like I said, I can't, of course, I can't document the experiences that I face being out here. I can't record that shit. It's already happened. But some shit like that, yeah, I can record that. Hey, I guess not to mention I can't record the fact that last year my roommate OD'd on fentanyl, a local. But hell, it happened. And he was a cool dude. One of the far and few niggas out here in Colorado that are cool. But it was his friends, man. His friends got him caught up in that bullshit. He was up there hanging out with niggas my age, a little younger. And they were, and mind you, they were white for the most part, and junkies. And they're the ones, and why is it that they are the ones admitting? Because I told one of my roommates, well, former roommates' friends, because he's been dead for over a year now, about the incident, about what happened to me in at Sam's Club. Why is it that they are the ones admitting that, she was just being a racist fuck? Like that gordita at the Sam's Club who didn't even have enough goddamn decency. So that's what I'm telling y'all, bro. This is what y'all, for all you Negroes who thirsty for Latinos, I'm like, this is what you campaigning for? A goofy bitch who ain't even got enough sense to put some shit back where she got it from? Like, why would you even sign up for that? Oh, that's because y'all are already gluttons for punishment dealing with Keisha. Oh, okay. Right. As long as you getting some sex, you put up with that mistreatment. And see, that's why, I can't deal with this cuck of a Negro. This simp of a Negro. Because y'all have literally Y'all have literally greenlit disrespect. Not just from black women, but apparently from women all across the board. And that is exactly why the optics look the way that they do. So that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and well, I would say that's one of them, but they had New Mexico tags, which again is another red flag, because I hear they be on some extra shit. Like, I bet Colorado is tame compared to all the fuck shit that be going down in New Mexico. I know New Mexico is a silly ass place. But yeah, let me go and get off here. Sorry, I got other videos to make about this bed wench divester who got herself murked out there in Africa, as well as the Pooh Shiesty situation. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk because you know where your boy's from, so you know I got something to say about that. In fact, I might just get on Pooh Shiesty's head before I get on this divester's head. So let me go and get what I got to get out of here, and I'll be back in a few. But yeah, I wanted to just bring it up, and now, like I said, I got a visual as far as the Colorado tea that I'm clocking. Because, I can always tell y'all my experiences, my stories. But, I don't have any visual aids most of the time. Like I said, I can't go back into the past and record what happened. But some shit like this, yeah, I can. And I did. So, catch y'all in the next vid. I'm out.